Hello and welcome to the podcast on lead-acid batteries by Ramesh Natarajan. With industry experience of over 42 years, Ramesh helps battery and battery-related industries with technical inputs and provides solutions to typical problems faced by manufacturers, service personnel, as well as users of batteries and related equipments. Hope you find this podcast useful to your business. Do visit www.rameshnatarajan.in to stay connected.
Hello and welcome to this episode of my podcast. Today I have decided to answer the question, are lithium-ion batteries used in electric vehicles safe? Many of my friends from the lead-acid battery industry keep asking, if these batteries are safe, certified for use, sold so widely, fitted to EVs by reputed OEM vehicle manufacturers, then why are so many fires, especially in two-wheelers, being reported on a regular basis? Well, all energy storage devices carry a risk. In the early 1800s, when steam engines were used, a few of these exploded. Similarly, cooking gas cylinders, introduced as an alternative to the traditional ways of cooking, also had risks associated with it, and it continues to have risks in case of improper usage and leakages. Cars with petrol or diesel fuel also had a certain amount of risk when they were initially introduced. CNG vehicles were also considered risky when these came into the market. Now, coming to the topic of safety of lithium-ion batteries, we have been using these batteries widely over a long period of time. These batteries have been used in cameras, digital equipments, laptops, medical devices, toys, and in the mobile phones. There have been, of course, rare instances of accidents with mobile phones, but then these were traced to faulty chargers or refurbished or spurious batteries. However, the concerns about the safety of lithium-ion batteries have been raised by users and widely reported by media and fueled by social media after accidents of fire and explosions of a lot of two-wheeler EVs. This problem with lithium-ion batteries have surfaced with the use of higher capacity batteries which a EV needs. The batteries have to be manufactured in stringently controlled clean rooms. This is necessary since the presence of microscopic metallic particles coming into contact with parts of the battery can lead to short circuit within the cell. And such a short circuit leads to a fire or an internal shorting which causes an explosion. To increase the specific energy of lithium-ion batteries, the tendency is to use thin and ultra-thin separators. These cells with ultra-thin separators are more susceptible to impurities than the older design batteries which were of lower AH ratings which did not have such ultra-thin separators. Another specific requirement when it comes to lithium-ion batteries is BMS. BMS means Battery Management System. This was not something that a lead-acid battery needed. Now let us understand why a BMS is needed for use in conjunction with a lithium-ion battery. The BMS is required to monitor the charger and control the recharge of the battery. It has to ensure that the battery is not overcharged. The BMS has to reduce the charge current input or stop the charging when the battery temperature goes up beyond a set maximum point during the charging. The BMS has to also ensure cell balancing. A lithium-ion battery has cells connected in a series parallel combination to give the required output, and the balancing of these cells is necessary so that there are no leading or lagging cells in the circuit. Another function of the BMS is monitoring and control of battery discharge. The BMS has to ensure that the battery pack is not over discharged. It has to cut off the battery from the load in case there is a possibility of an over discharge. Thus, you see that the BMS has an important role to play during battery charge and battery discharge. The BMS has to also monitor battery temperature and various other factors. To understand more about BMS, that is, good BMS features, types of BMS, and functions of BMS, etc., please listen to my podcast on BMS or see my video pertaining to BMS on YouTube. Other reasons for failure of lithium-ion batteries are usage of batteries at elevated temperature, usage of fast chargers which further heat up the batteries, especially in areas of high ambient temperatures, puncturing of batteries due to physical damage, charging a lithium-ion battery in below freezing atmospheric condition, and finally the storage of battery in fully discharged condition without a recharge after use. Now, lithium-ion batteries must be kept in places which are not exposed to the hot sun throughout the day, especially when they are not in use. This shall prevent heating up of the battery, which can lead to a phenomena known as thermal runaway and subsequently a fire or explosion. Of course, keeping the battery under a hot sun and charging the battery further aggravates the situation and leads to more heating up. So this is also not recommended. As regards fires of lithium-ion batteries, please note that these are to be put off using special fire extinguishers. The smoke due to a lithium-ion fire is harmful and can cause breathing related issues, and they can also damage the eyes. For more details on hazards and safety recommendations pertaining to lithium-ion fires, you can listen to my podcast on this subject, which has been recorded separately. The authorities in the government are now taking a serious note of this matter as regards safety of lithium-ion batteries, and guidelines have been issued as specification for these lithium-ion batteries. Let us hope that these batteries start performing safely and thereby also gain acceptance over a period of time, especially for applications wherein the lead-acid batteries cannot be used due to its energy density limitations. Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Please do visit www.rameshnatrajan.in. Keep yourself updated about our new releases by hitting the subscribe button.